Hey guys, what's going on? Sensi Jack, I'm back. I'm gonna break down one of the latest beats I actually made. I actually made it 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty proud of it. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite beats I ever made, but it's kind of shown how far I've come in terms of working with production and audio and how I can sort of mold things and how I actually want them to sound, which has taken a long time. Spent a lot of time just like messing around with things and not really achieving anything. And then when the understandings finally click together, it's really quite a beautiful moment. Before I start, I do want to shout out a few things just in general. I want to shout out Pikmin 2. I want to shout out my mum, my dog Clarence, Ken for inspiring me to make videos, and Pikmin 4, Woolworths Cinnamon Scrolls, and BX Lager. So the first thing I did was I made this like perk loop. Sounds like this. I have no idea what this is from, but I just like threw this into Fruity Slicer. It sounds pretty classic and cool. It's kind of like the intro to Covered in Money by JPEG Mafia. So then I just like stretched it out.
Hello, New York. I love you.
So this is just like an impact. So these are the drums that I was sort of working with for the rest of the song, but I just like stretched them the hell out and ran them through microshift. I do that all the time. I love microshift. This is just a snare, I think. Yeah, so that's just a pitch down snare, and then for the rest of the song I like sped it up. That's a small piece of audio I thought was funny from the McGee Museum of Contradiction documentary, the short video I put out. I have no idea why that's in here. I just threw it in. And then after that, this is from a recording me and my friend did. We were making a song and he was doing his verse and he came up with this.
I'm a big boy, I can't handle the cup. 1 pint of Guinness was never enough. Drinking some beer on the beach like a scallywag. I got an army inside of this friend.
And you can hear him laugh and like, that's me. I thought that it was like the funniest in the world. I remember when we first we were making like rap songs together for a bit, and he like showed me his bars, and one of them was like, "My life a movie like I'm Homer." And when he said that, that's like one of the things where you hear it and it sort of hits you. Like I could not believe someone would ever say that in my whole life, and like it's just like, who the hell would think of that as a line? I thought it was insane. But yeah, like I lost my shit. And here in the recording, it's just like me breathing. It's all reversed. Just a bit of texture.
Hello, New York. I love you.
And then yeah, we've just got the continued loop. This is a loop I made a very long time ago. I called it Wintertime. I don't know why. It's another one where I made the perk loop. Super organic, roomy. I actually have no idea how I made it, to be honest. Okay, I honestly have no idea what this is. I think what I did was I was actually doing this a fair bit in this beat. So I took this drum loop and ran it through a granulizer, and that you sort of get this really interesting texture. What I normally do is I just like do a MIDI, so I run it through the granulator, do like a MIDI thing, get the whole loop, and then you just stretch it back. It'll stretch it out a fair bit, so then you just stretch it back in time with the project, and it creates like this really interesting effect. I did it again on a drum break up ahead. I love this shit. Like I live for like that. To me is so sick. This drum break this is probably the thing I'm the most proud of in the whole beat, I can't lie. It's kind of exactly what I was talking about earlier, where I ran this break through a granulator. So this thing, it's super interesting. So this thing can give you a lot of really interesting sounds if you can just have it play it straight by changing the grain spacing and the wave spacing to make it have a little bit make a bit more sense. So you could either do this, make it really fast, or keep it like slow and average speed, and then you just get this like really interesting thing where it's almost like a tremolator, but it's going so fast and it's just like sort of slowing it down. I know Ableton, I just switched to Ableton and it has this like grain feature which pretty much does the exact same thing, but here you have to get a similar effect, you probably will have to load it into the granulizer. You can get like depth, which like makes it go back and forth, pretty cool. Random is sick. There's like an amazing drum like loop in there. If you record it to audio and just consolidate that, that'd be sick. This is just a Juno. I think this is it. Super simple chords. This is A9, A major 9 to F sharp minor, literally triad, literal triad, and then just the 7th, and then back to the triad. My chords are simple as. And I've just got this to come in, give it a little bit of extra. That's running through a crystallizer, and what this crystallizer sort of does is it just like it's like a pitch delay. So what you can do is you just like, I've got this pitched up an octave, so all of the delay like feedback that comes from it is just all pitched up. So we'll talk about this section really quick. Here's another weird like perk thing I did. That's just the same, running it through the granulizer, sorry. This is like a really cute melody. Just in the CZ, Arturia CZ. I talked about this in one of my other videos. It's cute. Just arpeggiating the chord with a few extra passing tones. The 808 in the song is so simple. And yeah, I've got this. Got a tremolator on it, which sort of gives it this like interesting effect. Kind of gives it a bit more of a swing. Here is just like another granulizer thing I did. Now this was just like, it's like some kind of DJ thing. Like there was also another video of McGee talking about tuning mixes like a DJ would. Yeah, but that's like not complicated whatsoever. More like scratching weird effects. The 808 goes super high. And also just changing the harmonic rhythm of your song is super important. I talked about this in my last one where I literally used one chord the whole song, or most of it anyways, and just like it stayed fresh the whole, like this beat. There's also no like discernible kick drum element here. So this is where we get a little bit harmonically complicated. This is like a bridge into the last section. I just wanted to change the chords because I thought they were a little boring. At least to last for that long. I want to talk about the chord progression here. Root voicings, like easy as. It starts, we are in E major, so I just start on home. So here I'm kind of doing a secondary dominant thing where I'm taking the second chord of the key and just turning into a dominant flat 9. So, and this allows me to transfer just up to the G here. Which has that really nice effect. And then I just come back and I make the F sharp major 7 the 1. And then from beyond that, our new key is F sharp major. Another thing I want to talk about is this bass here. It's kind of interesting what I did here. It's like I put an OTZ on it, which is pretty standard, but I panned the bass and then put a delay on it. It kind of gives it this like, anyways, yeah. So I've got that tape echo effect on it, which I don't know, I just kind of felt like doing something weird with the bass here. And yeah, so it just kind of adds a little bit more depth. And then we just completely go into this section, which now has a kick. with this kick specifically, I did what I was talking about in the previous video. I just put it, I think I ran it through Valhalla Room, just set to 10 milliseconds of decay. I just kind of wanted a different kind of texture with it, to be honest. The 808 pattern is pretty simple. Just here, I've got like this. I just like took a section. I took this section, ran it through the OTT, through the limiter. I ran it through the things that the bass is going through, and it just kind of makes this weird break. And then I just did like some simple arrangement stuff to keep it going until the end of the beat. So for this part, I don't have like this main like drums thing. 808s, super simple. And I just ended up with this thunder sound. Honestly, I have no idea where I got that, but I just kind of thought it would sound cool. But yeah, that is the beat. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my app is JencyJack. DM me on Instagram and let's get to work. I'm so keen on working with other people and producers, especially in Sydney in the local scene, building that community. That's kind of what I've been looking for, as I said in my last video, is a community of creatives to get support from, because it's a very lonely thing, not necessarily having friends who are interested in music like I am or wanting to pursue it in the same way. So I'm really looking for that sort of sense of community and support. I want to support other people and just make like some exciting music and put Sydney on the map on an international scale. I think it has the possibilities to be a cultural mecca and hub in terms of the music industry, because there's so many talented people here. It is insane how overlooked they are, and it's not fair. So I want to bring that further into light. I've been JencyJack. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.